So join me as I look for the lost mansion of Salisbury Plain. I've looked at the area on side-by-side maps. That's how I found it. I was looking at the 1888 map and I noticed an area with a mansion on it which is no longer there. So I'm going to walk and have a look and see what I can see of that mansion. It was a phenomenal size and it was used to train racehorses for King Charles II, I think it was. And it was a 17-room, 7-bedroom with up to 30 odd rooms in it house, and it was used as a hunting lodge. But it had much more than that going for it, because it also had a racetrack in front of it as well, and it was purchased by the MOD in 2 stages and later demolished. So I'm going to walk and see if I can actually find where it was and see if I can get any evidence of that house. What better than that to do, really? Absolutely amazing. And I think at this stage I'll put on the image of the house itself. Then I'll put on a map image of it, the old map, so you can see it on there. And now I'll put on the LiDAR image, which shows all the lumps and bumps, because there's still some there. And then, just looking at that, you can see that there are the lumps and bumps there, but it's not that evident. And then I'm going to put on the Ordnance Survey map of the area and a satellite map as well. And I'm just coming down to the area where the house would have been. And you can see Salisbury Plain stretching out there in front of me. And it would have been down in this area, just as it comes out on the corner slightly. So carry on down here and then have a look. So just off of this track now, as it bows slightly, just about here is where the front entrance would have been. So let's go and have a look. I think we'll have to imagine a front entrance there for the moment. I'll put a picture on to show a front entrance too, which was facing to the west and was columned and very ornate. Well, they've had some tree clearance in here, and we'll see what we can see looking around, see if I can find any evidence of said house. And the reason that the Tills Head Lodge, it was called, or Royal Lodge it was known as well, was actually demolished, was the fact that it had been disused during the wartime and just sort of inhabited by troops, so they made a right mess of it and it started falling to bits, I suppose. And then the army decided it would be more of a liability to keep it, and so hence in 1957 it was demolished. Now, where the front door would have been, and looking down here, there's this great lump of concrete here. That looks like it might have been one of the pillars from the house doorway. Amazing, just crumbled down in. And back behind it, There's also another bit of stone here that looks like this might have been. Oh, I can't see. Let's uncover that. Pull it out. And I'm sure that's probably one of the columns from the front doorway. Amazing, isn't it? To think that we can come here after seeing something on the map and find that. Truly incredible. So that's 2 columns down. So we know that we're in the front doorway and the hallway area now I'm coming into here. So this would have been the hallway, the area that I'm now in. So let's have a look around here and see if we can find anything. Well, another piece down there, I think that might be the same again, but they would have mixed it, looking at it, all the concrete would have been mixed with the local flint here. May even be some worked flints in there, who knows. This part here you can see evidence of the hallway flooring. So I'm back up near the hallway again. You can see it quite well there. And an area where the king's racehorses were trained many years ago, and this was a house for over 1,000 acres, so an incredible amount of land. The water tower where I came in was part of an old army camp as well, and the remnants of the army camp stayed there until the 80s really, and went on from there. But I'm challenged to find more evidence of the house. Oh, there's a knife on the floor there. I think that's a troop canteen knife, not at all of the age we're looking for things in at all. And more of these great slabs of concrete here. They're not very ornate, these, but all show that something was once here. And I'm coming out towards the courtyard area now, which would have been in this area with stables off of it, and yet more great big slabs there, and here as well. Oh, then over to here where they've been felling the trees, there's a lot of stuff around, more concrete and flooring there if you look at it. Amazing, look at that piece of flooring there. Imagine the lords and ladies walking on that. Then over here, oh, remnants of stairs as well. So when I said I couldn't go up the stairs, I can't really. They go stairs to nowhere. Let's carry on and look around. So I'm going to carry on this way and see what else I can find. And it's just a nice feeling. You find something on a map and then you come out and you look for it, and you start to find evidence in the area. Very interesting indeed. So just scanning around now, trying to see if I can find any more evidence here. I had ornate gardens going off from the back of it. And just walking up here, I can see we're starting to come to an open area in a moment, so we're sort of getting out of the bounds of the house and the courtyard. But here there's a load of yew trees that would have been part of the formal garden. This area here, open area is where the formal gardens would have been, landscape gardens. And as you walk around here, you can imagine the troops getting down in these holes and then lying in wait for ages before they all shoot each other with blank bullets. Amazing. On the information I've read, it says that the horse racing track was a mile south of the house. So we'll go and walk for a mile to the south and see if we can find it. You can see that it almost looks like a parkland here. And that's what the MOD obviously took on board and decided they would keep as the Salisbury Plain Training Area, which it still is today, which keeps it protected. So, a mile in this direction. Well, a little bit less than a mile, because obviously we were a bit down from where the house was now. We follow on up this tank trail to the top of the hill and look across from there, see if I can see any indentations or a possible area where this race course must have been. I think it was more of a training thing for horses, like a gallops. They called it the gallops, as opposed to a out and outright racing track. Now approximately 1 mile. Looking around, I can't see any evidence of anything. But it's more than probable on this flat area here that they had some sort of a gallop, or the gallops as they call it, and perhaps over towards this area here, because we've got to ignore the track because that wouldn't have been there. Well, I've come back into the woods to finish off. Tills Head Lodge, what a wonderful thing. At least we can still find some evidence of it. And it's a wonderful thing to see. I find it wonderful anyway. Remember, I'm still trying to get to those 5,000 subscribers to donate my money to a worthwhile charity. And if you know a worthwhile charity, please quote it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, goodbye.